Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing fantastic. So, on today's Wellness Wednesday, here is a question we get a lot this time of year, especially when concerning mold. So, the million-dollar question is does hyperbaric oxygen therapy feed mold and candida, or does it kill it? Well, let's dive into it. So, if you've been dealing with a chronic mold exposure or persistent candida overgrowth, you've probably come across HBOT or hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and in the terms of it being a potential tool in your wellness journey. So this question, we hear this concern a lot, and it's very, very valid. So there appears to be a fair amount of confusion online whether HBOT is beneficial or whether it's harmful given the context of fungal infections. Some people worry about that by increasing the oxygen in the body, you're actually feeding the infection. Others believe that it plays a powerful role in disrupting the environment that the fungi live and thrive in. So let's break it down with some science, debunk some of the myths, and look at how pressure levels factor into this equation. So first we have to understand some of the basics. What is HBOT? So it involves breathing in oxygen at pressure. This process allows our lungs to take in significantly more oxygen than you would in your normal environment, and delivering it to your tissues at a higher concentration. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy has been widely studied in its role in supporting wound healing, improving circulation, reducing inflammation, and helping with various chronic conditions. But how does it interact with fungal infections, like mold-related things and candida overgrowth? So let's take a look at that debate. Candida albicans and mold-related fungi are anaerobic organisms. That means that they thrive in low oxygen environments. In many chronic infections or chronic conditions, but we'll just keep it to infections at this point, especially those tied to biofilm formation or internal dysbiosis, low tissue oxygen levels create the perfect breeding ground for these pathogens. This is where HBOT enters. So if you increase the oxygen levels, it may actually disrupt the anaerobic environment that they are relying on to survive. Research has shown that high levels of oxygen can interfere with fungal metabolism. It reduces their ability to form what are called biofilms, and it helps support the body's natural immune response. So contrary to the myth, HBOT doesn't feed the infection. It potentially does the exact opposite. So the role of oxygen and antifungal protocols. So many integrative and functional medicine practitioners are incorporating hyperbaric oxygen therapy into their detox protocols. Simple reason behind that: oxygen supports the body's ability to heal. So it can help disrupt biofilms. So fungal pathogens often hide in protective biofilms that make them resistant to antifungal medications. HBOT can help break down those biofilms by altering their environment and increasing oxidative stress. Immune function modulation. So by boosting oxygen saturation in our tissues, HBOT enhances our body's innate ability to respond, making it more effective at identifying and addressing infections. It can help reduce inflammation. Chronic mold and candida exposure often go hand in hand with systematic inflammation. HBOT is known to downregulate the pro-inflammatory cytokines and oxidative stress, which helps support our overall recovery. It helps improve detoxification as well. So mold and fungal byproducts called mycotoxins can overwhelm our body's detoxification pathways, and enhanced oxygen delivery helps improve our mitochondrial function, which supports our energy production and our detoxification. Pretty cool. So does pressure matter? Another common question within this topic, or another subtopic within it, is higher pressure necessary for those effects, or can you do it with mild pressure? Here's what we know. High pressure, example 1.75 or 2 atmospheres above, is used in clinical settings for acute infections, radiation injury, and non-healing wounds. It delivers a more concentrated dose of oxygen and can have strong anti-inflammatory effects. Mild pressure, normally 1.3 atmospheres, is widely used in wellness centers and at home, and it's a more gentle increase in oxygen levels and is well tolerated by individuals with sensitivities, those including mold illness. So the good news, even at lower pressure, the benefits of increased oxygenation, increased circulation, and immune support can still be observed. And for those people with fungal infections, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go up to considerably higher pressure to start seeing results. In fact, lower pressure sessions might be more comfortable for individuals that are fragile. Something just that we observe. For some people, we've actually seen them, especially those with like a real high body burden of toxins or fungal overgrowth, HBOT might temporarily increase your symptoms. This is usually due to what's called a die-off reaction. So when those pathogens are disrupted and they release toxins as they die. It's important to understand that it's not feeding the infection. Instead, it's an indicator that the therapy is working and it's shifting your internal environment. So there are supportive strategies like hydration, hydrogen water, antioxidant support such as glutathione, vitamin C, binders like activated charcoal or bentonite clay, and gradual management plans just to help ease a person's symptoms. So pretty darn cool what we've seen. So in conclusion, we've actually seen it be a powerful supportive therapy, especially when combined with targeted antifungal or detoxification protocols and gut restoration programs. So if you gals and guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them below this video and I will answer them as soon as I see them. Have a great day, P.L.L.C. See ya.